Hello, my friends, and welcome back. We have an article here talking about Finland and Sweden. It's a big celebration right now. Hercules, Hercules. That we find out that Finland and Sweden officially, I think, applied for membership in NATO. Let me read you this little article that's here. This is from Associated Press from today, May 18th, 2022. This is the title. NATO chief hails, and I'm quoting, historic moment, end quote, as Finland and Sweden apply. All right, this article is by Lorne Cook. And you have a happy Stoltenberg, I guess, with two people around, probably are the guys over there, but who it says here that Brussels, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said Wednesday that the military alliance stands ready to seize a historic moment and move quickly on allowing Finland and Sweden to join its ranks after the two countries submitted their membership requests. Excellent, excellent. I warmly welcome the request by Finland and Sweden to join NATO. You are our closest partners. If you say you're the closest, some could be a little bit the furthest. Who are those? All allies agree on the importance of NATO enlargement. We all agree that we must stand together and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Now, and I'm quoting, this is a good day at a critical moment for our security, end quotation. Bamming Stoltenberg said as he stood alongside the two envoys with NATO Finnish and Swedish flags at their backs. Okay, Russian President Putin has demanded that the alliance stop expanding towards its borders, and several NATO allies led by the United States and Britain have signaled that they stand ready to provide security support to Finland and Sweden should he tries to provoke or destabilize them during the time it takes to become full members. Okay, um, that's fine. Everybody's happy. Johnson is happy from Great Britain. For now, though, the application must be weighted by the 30 member countries, and that process is expected to take about 2 weeks, although Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has expressed reservations about Finland and Sweden joining. He really said we will not support it, not reservation. No. Canada, for example, says that it expects to ratify their accession protocol in just a few days. Why not a few seconds? While the Baltic region, the three countries with a total population of 5 million people, Estonia Prime Minister Kaja Kallas tweeted, I encourage a rapid accession process. We in Estonia will do our part fast. Okay, good. Well, that's good. Good. Now, let's talk about this historic moment, right? Because let's see here, they have to pay some money, right? So moving forward during accession talks that could be concluded in just one day once the terms of those negotiations are set, the two will be asked to commit to uphold Article 5 and to meet spending obligations concerning the NATO in-house budget, which runs to around $2.5 billion split proportionately among the what would be 32 member countries. All right, good. Now let's talk about this. Whenever you join, first, the countries have obviously their total rights to decide what organization they join from the get-go, good or bad. So if the leaders of the elected officials agreed with this move, then that's the will of the people. Even though I would personally have a referendum, I would not allow the weasels over there that lead us to decide for me these important decisions. But nevertheless, that's representative democracy. It is what it is. Here you go. All right, so that should be respected. That's the official decision of two countries. Great. Now, they have to do all kind of stuff. Obviously, they expose themselves to the Russian threat in this case, because obviously this threatens their security. Putin said, okay, whatever, we're going to just adjust here and there. Whatever, what are we going to do, invade you or something? So, but we have Erdogan, and Erdogan could be the backstabber, you know, the guy in the dark alley, come with a knife behind you and you don't even know. So he might try to stop Finland and Sweden from joining, which I don't think will happen. He just wants to negotiate and he's going to get everything he wanted. And even if he doesn't, NATO will do something that will make Erdogan change his mind or change his life status, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so we'll see how that proceeds. Now, every time a country enters into this kind of agreement, association, organization, it has to abide by some regulations, some rules. So the countries, in the name of those common rules, has to give up some of its sovereignty, not territorial too, because you have to accept, or maybe not, NATO installations and other things over there, but you lose some of your freedom. It's like you enter a marriage. When you're not married, you don't have to answer to anybody. You do whatever you want, whenever you want. When you get married, get into a contract, association, organization, you don't do everything you want whenever you want, because the same thing is true for your spouse, wife, or whatever it's going to be. You have to give and take, because there are some rules. You don't leave at 3 a.m. to go to the bar or something, where the bars are still open, not in the United States, the land of the free. 2 o'clock. Anyway, just saying. So Finland and Sweden must be aware of that. And the main point that I want to emphasize in this article is, what if tomorrow, not tomorrow, let's say they are admitted, they are members now, and they are asked to invade and bomb Yugoslavia, let's say, I know, let's say Serbia, but Yugoslavia. I'm going to the same situation from 1999, and they have to follow NATO. They are in NATO. What will they do? Will they bomb? Will they participate? Will Sweden and Finland, who now they gave some of their say to the NATO, like in a marriage, as I explained, will they participate? And if not, why not? That means you disagree with NATO? And besides, NATO is a defensive organization. They keep on vomiting all over us, which the bombardment of Yugoslavia was not a defensive operation. Neither was the Libya operation, if you know what I mean. So what if now, my Swedish and Finnish friends, are you okay with that? Let's say, if you don't remember the Yugoslavia incident, then go and see it was an illegal bombardment. United Nations did not vote for it. So NATO, the defensive alliance, bombed a sovereign country that had internal problems, did not attack anybody, not a NATO country, and they bombed it. Finland and Sweden, you will have to do the same thing. Do you feel now morally superior or not? Or you bend now? For this I will, for that I won't. So are you moral or you're not moral? Or you're sometimes you are, sometimes you're not. I'm just saying, these two countries will be asked to do certain things. They're not over there just to stay under the umbrella of the United States. It's like a neighborhood, and you have a little shop, a little store. You got people who will come to ask for protection, and you have to do things for those guys. In this case, give them money. Well, you already give money to NATO for whatever reason. You have to accept an installation, which is U.S. installation. It's not French installations, military installations, or Romanian installations, right? It's the American or maybe British, because those are the bosses of NATO. So you're not going to accept other countries, other NATO countries' military installation on your territory. So you are basically going to be occupied a little bit, or with your agreement, your politicians' agreement, by those two countries, Great Britain, but mainly United States. You like that? Yes. Why? Because you think those are the forces of the good. But again, I can mention Yugoslavia. I don't think that NATO was the force of the good then. I mean, yeah, maybe the idea was, okay, something happened over there in Yugoslavia, but it was Yugoslavia's internal business, not NATO's, the defensive alliance's business, and did not receive the vote from the United Nations, who is the governing body for this kind of situation. It was not NATO's if you look at NATO's protocol, you don't find this kind of things. Maybe you do, but if you do, then why not be voted by United Nations? Oh, because of the bad 2-3 countries that did not vote for it or something. And the same with Libya, they didn't even bother. So you see, you're gonna be part of an organization that is involved in certain kind of actions, and you're gonna be a participant. Thank you, congratulations for your membership. Have a nice day. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.